Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and our special guest. My name is Amarvir Khangura. I have been with Toastmasters since 2009 when I joined Absolute. Currently, I am privileged to serve as the secretary of Absolutely Toasted group, which is here in front of you, within you. My speech is controlling your fear. It's one of the presentations from Toastmasters International, the Better Speaker series. This series is a set of presentations which helps introducing new techniques for speaking and also provide some goals so that Toastmaster members, they can make use of these techniques and these ideas to improve their communication skills. And that is why we all join Toastmasters, because we want to improve ourselves. What this speech is all about: controlling your fear identifies the fears that trigger anxiety when you're about to do a public speech, and also provide techniques to manage that fear, to manage that anxiety. It doesn't really matter whether you are a seasoned speaker, you are a beginner speaker, there is always a bit of nervousness when you are about to give a speech. But it all depends upon how you channelize that negative energy into positive ones so that you can present yourself confidently. To obtain this confident appearance in front of your audience, it's not easy. You need to understand the causes, the symptoms, and the ways to manage this anxiety. This is what we're going to talk about in this speech today. What are the causes, what are the symptoms, and what are the ways to manage this anxiety? Let's go to our first section, which talks about the causes of anxiety. New and unknown situations. This is very normal. If I have to speak in front of you guys in Cyprus room here, it's much different than me speaking in highest conference room in front of unknown people, because that's unforeseen event which triggers kind of nervousness. One reason for it. Risk of failure. Since childhood, we all want to achieve best, always want to deliver best, wants to show ourselves as successful. So there is a kind of fear that when you're about to speak something, you think that I might fail to deliver in a way I want to deliver. So there is a kind of background threat which is going, which makes us nervous. Potential for appearing foolish. This is really a key reason. I'm not feeling foolish, I hope. Ron is making me think like that. So the point is that you always wanted to avoid this particular situation of presenting yourself as some kind of disgrace to your audience. So you want to be very cautious about your words, about your gestures, so that you appear sensible speaker. This is one of the causes for nervousness. Possibility of boring the audience. Ron, this is not true. I hope I'm not boring. So the point is that you always want to get connected to your audience. You want to be part of your audience. You want to see smiling faces like Janice. So the point is that you want to entertain your audience, and this particular feeling in your mind, which is going behind, sometimes distracts you from the actual message you want to give to your audience. These are all normal symptoms. These are all normal causes. How do you know that your audience is feeling this anxiety on your faces, through your body, through your language? So there are certain symptoms that you can watch out and feel that you are really in an anxious state. Increased heart rate. What happens? Whenever you are confronted with situations like public speaking, there is a special hormone in your body known as adrenaline. You all might be knowing about it. If you have ever tried bungee jumping or skydiving, you probably know this piece in your body. Adrenaline, what it does, it basically enhances the circulation and flow of blood in your muscles, in your brain, which in turn is really useful in certain ways because it helps you to speak promptly, to speak energetically, but sometimes it has some less desirable effects also, which I'm going to discuss right now. One of these is increased heart rate, right? You see that your heart is pounding and then you feel a little bit misaligned from your normal state. This is one of the reasons because of this adrenaline. Butterflies in the stomach. We all have butterflies in the stomach whenever we have to speak in front of people. Uncontrollable shakes. We have seen this many times, right? When we started speaking. This is the reason because we are feeling a little bit anxious. And in extreme cases, lightheadedness and dizziness. I think that's the reason we always have lectern here. If you feel dizziness, you can hold it. And the good idea is to have a glass of water handy because sometimes these situations really create a problem. Now the key is, we know the causes, we know the symptoms, how to manage this? How to manage this anxiety so that we can appear as a confident speaker. Anxiety is common. We all just discussed about that. Whether you're experienced, you're novice, it's very common whenever you are about to speak. Point is, if you turn this into a positive energy, so point is, the key is to manage this anxiety. There are particularly 3 methods which I want all of you to remember, and I'm going to ask you when I'm about to conclude my speech, what are those 3 methods? Because those 3 methods are very important to overcome these problems, controlling fear and anxieties. Let's talk about those 3 methods. Experience. Janice is an experienced database person. How she become experienced? You know guys, how she become experienced? Practice. She practiced writing 10,000 lines of code, SQL queries, and she is experienced now. Practice in front of mirror. For public speaking, this is the key. Practice in front of mirror. It's very convenient, it's simple. You can do as many times you want to do. Rehearse in front of family and friends if they agree. Mostly they don't agree. Deliver a speech before your Toastmaster clubs because these are the people you have seen them so many times. You feel a little bit of at ease whenever you see these faces because you have spoken so many times in front of these guys. Easy for you. Give presentations before other groups anywhere you can. The point is practice. To explain it, there's a simple image. Practice. If I ask Evan, can you do this in front of this group? All of a sudden, see, he's anxious. It's not easy. But if he practices this thing 1,000 times in front of mirror, it's child's play for him. He will jump out of his seat and show his skills here. That is practice. Number 2, managing anxiety. Use your thought processes to achieve positive results. Visualize yourself. Think about the positive results. So research shows that all of these events are recorded as memories and your brain always tries to achieve in the same manner you are thinking. So rehearsing and thought process, this causes physiological changes which helps improve your achievement in your speech. Close your eyes, think that I was introduced by my Toastmaster, I'm standing here, I took deep breaths, I delivered my speech in a very confident way, and my audience at the end, they applauded and they gave me appreciation for this. think about it 10 times before giving speech, and you are most probably present yourself in the same manner. Visualization is very important. See, this is what this guy is doing. This little kid, he's thinking that he can do very well in sports field. And if he thinks, he will definitely do it. Number 3, managing anxiety. Relaxation. For relaxation, you have 2 different techniques, stretching exercises and breathing exercises. Because mind and body are connected. Every time you feel anxiety, that's going to be shown through your body, through your physical stress. So these are the ways you can alleviate those physical stresses through stretching exercises and breathing exercises. That's why yoga is so popular these days. Everyone wants to breathe deeply and then calm yourself so that you feel more confident. So this is what I do whenever I'm at home with my daughter. We blow bubbles. To blow bubbles, you need what I'm doing. I am breathing deeply. It's making me relax. It's making me calm my mind easily so that if I want to do anything after that, I feel much easy. Conclusion. We talked about the causes, symptoms, and the techniques to manage it. But still, it's very normal. Even you are, let me tell you again this thing that even you are experienced or novice, it's always normal to feel nervousness, right? But the point is that you need this adrenaline, you need this nervousness to be more effective, to be more energetic. So next time, whenever you are about to give a speech, your heart is pounding and you have butterflies in your stomach, think about these techniques. Turn this negative energy into positive one. Your audience will definitely gonna appreciate it and they will listen every word you say. Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster.